All right, guys. The only ones so far tonight to actually win a match by playing the game. No offense to JonSnow or anything, still a damn good player, but we have down in the bottom right-hand side our Balloon Terran from Brazil representing Micro Gamers. It is Kelazhur. It is a sexy name if you think about it.
This is a pretty good name.
It's just like kind of like rolls off the tongue. It's like wine and dine kind of thing.
It's pretty good. And up here on the top left-hand side, we've got from Solaris Gaming, the Zerg who knows nothing. It is
JonSnow.
I was worried there you were going to say his name for like 2 seconds. Like, oh my god, it's good. Like, I was like, oh my god, dude.
I've made the mistake a couple times, especially since we have to say Kelazhur's because we don't have that one pre-recorded. He did join us.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, I get to like have like tasteless level fun with the intros because I can just say like crap. All right, looks like we have a 15 pool and a 14 hatch here from JonSnow. You know, pretty safe, standard safe. Actually, I heard from, or not heard, but from what I remember seeing something, a quote from TLO saying that in pretty much all matchups, and 95% of the time, there is no reason not to go 15 pool, 14 hatch. Like, you're safe from everything, and the timing from a 15 hatch, 14 pool is literally almost exactly the same. You just have lings out faster, and you're safer. And I keep seeing that myself in a lot of games that involve Zerg, where they go 15, 14, or 14, whatever it may be. Dude, the colors on this map are really weird if you have it on like low settings. Like, the red looks so weird.
Well, is that I've got an ultra, but the whole coloring in the map is it's kind of done in this faded out type of way.
Sorry for talking too much. We actually have Kelazhur's Reaper up in the main of JonSnow. For that, I do apologize.
Into the spore.
Whoa, lag spikes. Lag spikes. Uh-oh. Are you getting the spikes, or is that just me?
I'm not. It was smooth here, so I think players are okay. He is chasing them around. One real benefit to this map, and Protoss feels it and Zerg does as well, is the bases are so close that you've got creep automatically spread between them, so you don't have to waste a tumor.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's an extra
going, and that's basically like a free, 50 energy that you often have to make that decision on. And Protoss, of course, they're close enough that you can basically photon overcharge both.
Yeah, Kelazhur doing a really good job here of just being really annoying with these two Reapers. Has got one kill so far, just a ling. But all in all, JonSnow doing a really good job of not losing any workers. Now, with Kelazhur, I think like his Reapers, like I feel like he's one of those guys where if he gets like 3 or more, he's really trying to do damage. But if he only gets like 2, like this one, this is like he's trying to like poke him, but like in a like a painful jab almost, not really like really hurt him.
Yeah, he certainly wants some kills, like maybe keep the ling count low and then follow up with the Hellions to try and actually do some damage. He doesn't really have any damage on the queens yet, though.
I mean, he's got 3 lings and 2 drones killed. Okay, actually, he's gonna have to be very careful. This is a huge map, and if JonSnow wants to, he can actually just send these lings out on the map and go kill all 3 of these Reapers, which looks like he's gonna do. Oh, he went. Oh, that's so salty. He's just gonna come back in, I think.
And I think he's gonna get. So there's 2 Hellbats building at home. The Lings kind of taking a look around. They want to know what the lay of the land is. Reapers do jump back in. Oh, one of them dies.
Oh wow!
But he is getting.
There was another one. What the heck? He's
I'm
not
a
paying
little
attention
surprised that he did do this. He got 4 drone kills for it, which isn't bad. I mean, that's pretty good actually. But often you'll get, if you get the 3 Reapers, you try and keep them all alive to accompany the Hellions.
Yeah, it helps like zone out the queens.
But for 4 extra workers, that could very well be worth it. So
I mean, it's not a terrible trade. I mean, you'd like to keep those alive, especially like for the later game when you want to go in and get a good scout, or you want to multitask and a little bit. JonSnow taking a pretty quick third here, not quick, but a decently timed third. I'd say that's about standard. Actually, if you really want to go like blast the past type here, I remember MLG Dallas 2013 Winter Championships was like the first big major Heart of the Swarm tournament. And we I don't know if anybody watches that. It's one of the better StarCraft 2 tournaments of all time. If you guys get a chance, please go watch it. Kelazhur's gonna come up here with these Hellions and not see a third base. But I remember DeMuslim really did a lot of work and got a lot of places with the 2 Reaper, 6 Hellbat, or 6 Hellion push against Zergs, and it was just disgusting. I remember he beat some, like, he'd always take whatever map had a short rush to. Oh my God, there's a Nidus.
You do have a Nidus
Saber
coming
just yelled Nidus in my ear. Wow.
It is pretty cool to do that there. He is spreading creep off to the side with that Overlord, so that would evade detection. Hopefully the Hellions will not run up. He's got this Queen's position in such a way. Well, he's actually moving away now. I thought he was just going to try and block the ramp there.
So actually, I have a question for you. I have a question, Ender. So why is it that Zergs get so many queens? Is it just because of the Hellions? Is it to get better creep spread? Or
they're really, creep spread, those early injects, they serve as your best early anti-air. And in this particular case, it's because they're coming in this Nidus Swarm.
Oh yeah, to drop the creep, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they're just still a multi-purpose, and the transfuses as well. So huge. He does clean it up though. There's really no spot in this base that does not have vision.
Yeah, this is actually
where the Nidus could be.
This is like Fort Knox right now.
Yeah.
This is like Camp Total Biscuit. Ain't nothing getting in here.
He's trying to do it out front as well, but that's going to get picked off by these Hellions.
Yeah, no. So I'd say the Nidus one's a bit of a bust.
You can't cancel them once they start anyway, or at least you don't get your money back. So might as well go for it.
All right. So JonSnow is I'd say he's pretty far behind, not like super far behind, but his drone count is definitely not where he would like it to be.
Yeah, it's way lower. He's behind on upgrades.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Kelazhur's actually already got +2 attack on the way. So
yeah, he did Nidus way off to the side here, which is necessary for the queens, and that's why we did have so many this time around. There are 6 that are coming up, but he's way farther away than he wanted to be.
He's going to block off the third, but that's the wrong third, unfortunately. I think, okay, he wants to get those queens. I was going to say, if he's going to go all the way home with that whole army, he wants to just go ahead and put the queens back in the Nidus. I think he's going to try and maybe take just like the consolation prize and try and take out this third here. What do you think?
I think he wants to attack the front, he just can't. And the Hellions over here at the third base are doing a fair bit of damage. They picked off 5 more drones. He's going to try and intercept with the army.
And these derpy queens are just like, all right, guys, we'll get there tomorrow. We'll see you.
These are so damaged, but still being cost efficient to the last breath.
So workers killed for Kelazhur up to 12. Man, this guy is really disgustingly good. This is Microgamers has a damn good player here in Kelazhur. Like Cube's not like like super high GM, but neither's JonSnow. I mean, he is, but like it's North America. No offense to them, but like they're good players, and Kelazhur is making them look silly.
Yeah, he's been all over all of this. I think he's just kind of made the right calls on what was coming where. Unfortunately, with the Nidus Swarm, of course, it was just a matter of he could see it all.
So I've been following these queens. It's literally taking them about like about a minute and a half. It'll be about a minute 45 of in-game time to get back to that third. Just thought I'd point that out.
They're coming back on creep now, and then they'll get faster.
Yeah, it looks like Kelazhur's gonna go ahead and clean up this little like annex down here at his potential fourth of JonSnow.
Yeah, and this Terran army is going to be on 2-2 before the Zerg is even on 1-1. And it's the melee one that he has gone for here. So he's got half these roaches won't even benefit from the attack upgrade.
Not at all.
And only the lings are. He does have the Baneling Nest down.
Speed, though. He's just started speed. That's
and the Spire.
This is a tough spot for JonSnow. Okay, he's going for the Spire. Like in a normal game, he hadn't gone for that Nidus. I think it's just because that Nidus just didn't do enough damage for him yet, which is really going to hurt him. Oh, is he just going to Doom Drop? No, it's Double Drop. Okay. This is going to be a really painful push to hold back for John. I don't see him not taking some heavy losses.
Yeah, he doesn't have the creep out all that far because, of course, he was devoting the queens to an attack as opposed to this. Okay, so he's getting down the ramp there now with the creep.
He's pulling everything back, and he's... Okay, this is interesting.
Mute is going after the Medivacs. If he gets one full, and I think he will...
Yeah, he might actually. I mean, it doesn't look like Kelazhur's making. He's going to get both of those. Oh my goodness!
He gets both of them basically full. The attack now happening at the ramp here, and this is hard to really attack into as the Zerg player. He's going to wait for this to come up. There are a lot of queens, which is good. They just add that durability to things. And with the mutas there now, he might be a little better off, but there's still a lot of Marines as well. I don't know where that Baneling even came from.
I feel like Kelazhur is kind of like out multitasking himself a little bit, almost like he's all over the place and everything. And he's been all over like in both matches we've seen. Like especially on this map, he's done really well with multitasking and spreading his opponent. But like a couple of times I've noticed some small little like he reminds me. You know what he reminds me a lot of? Major. He's really great multitasking, really great macro, but like small little micro mistakes. And actually, we do see JonSnow up here with some mutas that are pretty much unanswered right now. There's no turrets or anything up in the original, like in the main base, like what do you call it? The first main base, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah,
the original base. Okay, let's call it the original.
Where are these going? The medevac's just going, and one once again gets picked up completely full.
Wow.
The second one half full, and Kelazhur is kind of throwing away parts of his army.
Yeah, he's really
quite unnecessarily, but this other attack coming into the third base.
I think though Kelazhur is so far ahead that as long as he holds on until he gets 3-3, I think it's going to be really hard for JonSnow to actually pull this off.
Yeah, he's still ahead. There's no doubt about that. They're both on 3 bases, which does favor the Terran player.
Wait, say doubt again. Say doubt again.
But he used to. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
I love you.
But he has given away a lot of his lead. There was a point here which he was 40 supply up.
Like huge. His main's getting
he lost basically 3 medevacs full of stuff.
And he's starting to run low on economy. Like his original main base is starting to get a little low on minerals. He needs to take a 4th or kill.
He is floating one at least, but that's got a long way to go. He's going to float it all the way across the map.
Oh wow! It's like
Muta's coming in.
It's like Oregon Trail type traveling there. Except, he's not going to capsize every other 5 seconds. Okay, let's see. We do see JonSnow taking the 4th base all the way in South Korea itself, actually. Wow, man, this is a really terrible map for Zerg, now that I think about it.
It's pretty far.
Really hard. That's a huge trip.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to abuse these ledges here, but he's just throwing away the units that he sends to drop. Like, he needs to stop dropping, get his army together, and just push and kill him. I think, again, he's got a huge 3-3 timing right now. He'll be 3-3 against 2-1 melee.
Yeah, here comes potentially a deciding attack here. Banelings with some good connections, but they are mostly on Marauders. But there are enough Banelings here to just power through.
Yeah,
and
I really think
he does clean it up. And for the first time in a long time, our Zerg taking a significant army lead here.
Yeah,
he's going to push the counterattack.
We do have a Muta out here, so that is going to... a Thor, which is going to range out... Yeah, apparently Mutas are big in metal and walk on the ground. The Thor is going to outrange the Mutas here, but it looks like we do have a bunch of Banelings coming in here. Really nice target firing, though, actually, from Kelazhur. So there's Roaches and Mutas left here. There's not much to follow this up. He's brought 6 queens for 7 queens because he freaking can, and he has like 20 at home still. Not a lot. I really don't like this here from JonSnow. I think he needs to back up and like...
Yeah, he's not being cost efficient here for sure. The Mutas are gone.
I think he's kind of overestimating how far behind he actually is.
Yeah, I think you're right. That he thought he was worse than he was, and he's not.
Yeah, no,
he is now.
All right, guys. He's actually so far 3-0 on the night, has not dropped a map, and doing a damn good job of filling in for QXC, reigning in Brazil as I think their best player, or at least in my opinion, but who cares. Representing Microgamers, it is our red Terran player, Kelazhur, down in the, I guess, like the bottom middle side?
Yeah.
Merry-go-round is so good for intros.
It is. And because there's something really quick going on, really cool going on, Solaris Gaming, Blue, Zerg, it is... All right, and rusted up because there are 2 barracks building in the center of the map.
That dirty, disgusting Terran cheese coming out.
And we don't have a pool yet for JonSnow.
Yeah, this is actually pretty bad. We just now dropped the pool that was after... I think he went hatch at gas pool, so this is like the best... The only way this gets better for Kelazhur is a 3 hatch before pool. But yeah, no, this is like one of the few cheeses that Terran has that actually is pretty damn good.
Now, he is... where are these guys going? He's rallying his Overlord to the right spot.
Yeah, I've seen Maru. Like, Maru does this a lot. I've seen Maru Marine King do it on this map specifically against Zerg. They proxy the racks in the middle and do it on like the big, like the multi-spawn maps as well. Spawn in the middle, send the SCVs to scout. And the first Marine goes scout the third spot if it's a 4 spawn. But he does find JonSnow's natural here. JonSnow has literally no clue.
He'll be able to see it.
Like, I don't think he has any idea, does he?
Yeah, he does now.
I mean, now he doesn't. Now it's a problem. He knows now, but it's not good. He does have speed on the way, so that is a good thing. Now, okay, so what do you think is the best way to hold a 2-racks barracks pressure here, out of what you've seen?
I kind of think at this point into it, you're not holding it. So, the second bunker, before you could ever respond, the second bunker's done. A third one is coming up. You're not holding it.
So what you're saying right now is rip JonSnow.
He's going to try. Well, it doesn't mean that you're going to lose. You're just not going to save this.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, not lose. I didn't mean hold. No, dude. Natural is dead. It's just how you lose the natural and how will you. So, I
think it's what he's doing now. He's going to throw a Baining Nest. He's not going to overly struggle against this. He's not going to make that spine crawler on the low ground. He's not going to try and overwhelm this position.
Yeah, for you newer players, if you're a Zerg player, if this does happen to you, which it does, there are some cheesy suckers on ladder, especially in North America, because we love our cheddar, especially those Wisconians or whatever. In my opinion, one of the best things to do is the last thing you want to do is overreact. You don't want to overdrone and be too calm, but you don't want to be too panicky and build too many lanes, because even if you do break it, you're way behind and you're just not going to win. In terms of actual responses for those who are more experienced players, I recommend personally, I'd say Scarlet has one of the better responses to a 2-racks. It actually used to be one of her weaker points in her gameplay.
Yeah.
And then she died to it so many times. She was like, you know what, screw it. Another possibility is watching Snoot. He actually lost to his teammate Bunny to a 2-racks, but I guess it's not a good way to say. I personally don't like it. Like, I don't like the way he does it, but it is another option if you can do something with that.
Yeah, here Kelazhur is going for the full.
Oh wow!
The full bunker thing. There is always the option. You brought up Scarlet. One of her options is very often Nidus Worm. I've seen her respond with one base Infester as the answer and make it work against. She made it work against Root Master and WCS.
Not like.
Yeah. No, this is recent. He is just going to break through the middle here.
It's just evaporate. Actually, he's going to get all the
he'll be able to clean it up.
Yeah, no, he's got it. Yeah, so this is good. I'd say a pretty relatively cost-efficient cleanup there. And actually, believe it or not, Kelazhur has not done jack crap at home.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, okay, so
there is a risk to that bunker thing at the bottom.
Good.
Yeah, it is.
This is the best possible situation for JonSnow. We actually might if he can break through this wall, I think he's got this. Kelazhur has 1 racks that just finished. His other 2 are coming home. He's just on dropping his natural command center. Usually what you'll see is at least by now you'd see maybe even a 3rd CC behind a proxy 2-racks. You wouldn't see all those bunkers.
He's gonna have to pull for the repair. He's gonna try and get the 2 barracks down, but they're not gonna be there yet in time.
I don't know, man. I don't see this. I think he's got this. I think JonSnow's good. Yeah, there we go. GG, well played. Comes out from Kelazhur. All right, guys. Here we are on. I think this is okay. We're on Nimbus here. I think this is game number 3. Before we get into intros real quick, I did not finish doing my Twitter shoutouts, and to a good friend of mine, Insidia, I do want to say, go follow Solaris at Solaris Gaming on Twitter, I believe is what it is. Awesome. Both MGZ and Solaris, awesome up-and-coming NA teams, really fostering the talent. But anyway, 2 intros. Losing his first map of the night in that last game here, the Brazilian Terran, one of the best players in Brazil, and arguably the best player so far tonight, at least in my opinion. Trying to win it all right here and go through. It is Kelazhur from Micro Gamers. Sick camera zooms here.
And up here on the top left-hand side of the map, we have from Solaris Gaming coming back out of a tough position in that game and taking charge. It is a red Zerg player.
JonSnow.
All right. Ender, first of all, I love Canadian accents. Okay, so I just thought of something funny. I thought of something funny. Instead of saying like the top side, you could say the Canadian side.
That makes sense. The
northern. Yeah.
Northern tundra.
It's a little. I made a little funny there.
Yeah.
The Great Wall of Canada. But anyway, so we did see pretty much a failed 2-Rex bunker pressure. Well, I guess cheese. It's not really a pressure. It's cheese. They're from Kelazhur in that last game. I guess it's one of those situations where it's not my map. I'm already up 1-0. If I lose, I can probably take him on my map in the next game. Seeing as I won map number 1, which is probably why he did it, in my opinion. Which it's a smart thing. Like if he loses, he's still got another map to go. It's like I got another life to give. No big deal. So if you're JonSnow, you lost game 1. Wasn't necessarily your map, but you were in a situation to take it. You just held a cheese. What is he expect? Oh, okay, he's expecting Reapers again.
Yeah, it's Reapers that he's saying. And once again, we did get JonSnow open hatch gas pool. So this is
without fail.
Yeah, pretty much just the later version, but this is pretty normal. You just kind of expect that, and you hope to do well enough with your micro that you can hold on.
We actually don't see another Reaper behind us. This is the first time tonight he's actually changed this up. We had a reactor into 2 Marines, so we're going to see some fast Hellion pressure. We actually might even see mech. We might even see Kelazhur go into mech here. Excuse me, a burp there from soda. But and for those of you who don't know, South American mech is actually disgusting. Thank you to Major. Major is by far the best player to ever come out of South America. Period. End of story. And a lot of the South American players have tried to copy his style, and so because of that, they have pretty strong mech down there. This Reaper continuing to be annoying. What do you think we're going to see here in Sword?
Yeah, I think we're going to get this kind of standard Hellion pressure, but not too heavy. And then he's got the starport coming. I think we're just going to switch into a pretty normal bio type of thing.
I think we're going to see like 1-1-1 into, there's the tech lab. So we're going to see Hellion Banshee into whatever the hell he feels like. Probably Banshee because Terran. Although we could see mech behind this, which I haven't casted.
There is a Viking coming out.
Okay.
So that's interesting. It's harder. I mean, you mentioned the just the single Reaper and stuff. It's harder on this map to get the damage done because of where the natural is.
See, this is why you're the Artosis tonight. Like I'm not good enough to think of this stuff, man. Like that's
because usually you want to jump between the main natural. Yeah, if you jump into this natural, you're dead because you can't get out.
This is like actually god awful for Reapers now that you like that is
exactly. So you're just going to get the one scout, and then he's got the Hellions now that are going to poke in.
We do see Banelings here, so I think that's probably as. What do you think here? Banelings, there's a little Hellion Reaper force here doing a little poke. But what do you think about the Banelingness? Do you think it's a good response? I think it's pretty.
I think it's pretty normal to want to do this. I think he'd be wasting his time with roaches. So we
do see 2 more racks coming down. We see 3 more racks coming down. We are going to see bio,
and a 3rd CC.
A little sad about. It's always cool to see good games. I mean, Kelazhur's put on a great show tonight so far. So
yeah, pretty much.
So
he hasn't actually switched anything to this starport yet, so he hasn't gotten a reactor or anything.
Wait, there's no Banshee yet?
No.
Do you think he's just gonna
I don't think he is. I mean, that Tech Lab was actually for the barracks that it was on.
Is this like a fast skim timing from wings or something, maybe? Or
it kind of
would have hit by now, wouldn't have? Or no.
It's not super fast, but you're gonna get it around. What are we gonna be at? Right around 9:30. Which is not too fast, but it's not too slow either.
So I'm definitely going to defer to you on this one because I've actually never seen anything really quite like this before. And I mean, I may not play a lot of high-level StarCraft, but I watch a retarded amount of high-level StarCraft, which I know you do too, but you also play at that level. But so I mean, what do you think is he just going to like say, maybe he just saw something and said, Banshees aren't going to work. I'm just going to do something else. This is a lot of lings, and he's got 2 on the way.
It is a number. He'll catch them with the Hellions there. Oh, get to full surround. He'll just lose all these. With it, he loses the map control.
That was painful. Yeah, no.
That's going to make it hard to land this 3rd. But the intention here, I think, is just to go into a kind of a normal macro bio-based type of game. He's getting his upgrades. He's got the 3rd base.
The problem is
sitting there. He just can't land it.
The problem is that JonSnow is actually literally just sitting in his chair laughing at that notion because he's got like 80 bajillion Banelings. He's going to just come here and say, sup son, I'm about to ruin your day. You're not going through. I'm going through in first place. You weren't even originally in the group. I was. Get out. This
good Micro here, not detonating on that Marauder.
Yeah, these are some good splits. Good. Oh, this is
not the best.
Oh, yeah, that's GG.